JDW Blood Rumble 14th show of 2022 by Colton Dennis. Hello everyone and welcome to the 14th show of Blood Rumble. And do we have some great matches in store for you tonight, said announcer number 1. That's right. Tonight we have number 1 contender matches for our up-and-coming pay-per-view, where both brands will be part of it, said announcer number 2. That's right, and I can't wait to get started, said announcer number 1. Both Ann Dennis, James Dennis and Raven appear in the office. So, have you chosen which champion you're gonna go face at the next pay-per-view? Asked James. Yes, I have. I want to face Divine for the XX Championship, said Raven. You want to fight a person from my show? Asked Ann. Hey, you have the US Continental Championship on your show. Why not have the XX champion on Mr. Dennis's show? Said Raven, walking away. James smiles. She's got a point, said James. Bell sings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is a 6-woman battle royale, where the winner will face Willow at the next pay-per-view. Introducing the challengers: Coral, Obsession, Angel, Blue Rose, Luna, and Ivory, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. All 6 women are attacking each other. Obsession lifts Coral over the top rope. Coral lands onto the ledge of the ring, then punches Obsession. Obsession groans, then looks at Coral. Coral shoulder blocks Obsession's stomach. Obsession groans, then walks away. Coral climbs up the turnbuckle, then gets to the top of it. Obsession looks up at Coral. Coral jumps off the top turnbuckle, then does a crossbody onto Obsession. Obsession groans. Blue Rose looks, grabs Coral, then throws her over the top rope. Coral lands onto the ledge of the ring again, pulls herself up onto it, then punches Blue Rose. Blue Rose groans. Obsession stands up, then runs at Coral. Coral moves. Obsession's torso goes through the middle rope. Coral kicks Obsession's chest. Obsession groans, then falls onto the ledge of the ring. Obsession didn't go over the top rope, so if she gets knocked off, she'll still be in it, said announcer number 1. Blue Rose runs, then hits Coral. Coral falls off the ledge of the ring, then lands onto the floor. Coral's gone, said announcer number 2. Both Angel and Ivory are punching each other. Ivory knees Angel's stomach. Angel groans. Ivory bounces Angel off of the ropes, then bends over. Angel kicks Ivory's chest. Ivory groans, then stands up. Angel bounces off of the ropes again, then does a running bulldog onto Ivory. Ivory groans. Angel is looking great tonight, said announcer number 1. She always looks great, said announcer number 2. Angel picks Ivory up, then lifts her into her shoulders. Ivory grabs the top rope. Angel is trying to pull Ivory away from the ropes, then throws her over the top rope. Ivory is holding onto the top rope, then pulls herself up onto the ledge of the ring. Angel sees Ivory on the ledge of the ring, then approaches her. Ivory shoulder blocks Angel's stomach. Angel groans. Ivory sets Angel up for a suplex. Angel blocks the suplex, then punches Ivory's left side. Ivory is groaning. Angel lifts Ivory. Ivory is squirming, lands onto her feet behind Angel, grabs her legs, then lifts her over the top rope. Angel is holding onto the top rope. Angel's holding on now, said announcer number 1. Angel pulls herself up onto the ledge of the ring, then stands up onto it. Ivory punches Angel. Angel is swaying on the ledge of the ring. Ivory goes to punch Angel again. Angel blocks, then punches Ivory. Ivory groans. Angel grabs Ivory. then hangs her up onto the top rope. Ivory falls onto the mat, then holds her throat. Angel stands up on the ledge of the ring, then starts climbing up the turnbuckle. Ivory looks up, sees Angel climbing up the turnbuckle, quickly runs, then pushes her. Angel falls off the top turnbuckle, then lands onto the floor. Angel's gone, said announcer number 1. Blue Rose is punching Luna. Luna is groaning, then punches Blue Rose. Blue Rose groans. Luna bounces Blue Rose off of the ropes, then bends over. Blue Rose kicks Luna's chest. Luna groans, then stands up. Blue Rose goes to clothesline Luna. Luna ducks, quickly wraps her arms around Blue Rose's head, then does a neckbreaker onto her. Blue Rose groans. What a neckbreaker by Luna, said announce number 2. Luna stands up, sees Blue Rose laying on the mat, runs, bounces off of the ropes, then goes for a body splash onto her. Blue Rose moves. Luna lands face first onto the mat, then groans. Blue Rose quickly stands up, grabs Luna from behind, then throws her over the top rope. Luna lands onto the floor. Luna's eliminated, said announcer number 1. Luna looks up at Blue Rose. Blue Rose is smiling, waves, then turns around. Obsession runs, then clotheslines Blue Rose over the top rope. Blue Rose lands onto the floor. There goes Blue Rose, said announcer number 2. We're down to 2. One of these 2 women will be fighting Willow for their Ladies Championship, said announcer number 1. Both Ivory and Obsession are staring at each other. Ivory punches Obsession. Obsession punches Ivory. Both Ivory and Obsession are continuously punching each other. Obsession knees Ivory's stomach. Ivory groans. Obsession runs, then bounces off of the ropes. Ivory does a heel kick onto Obsession. Obsession groans. Nice heel kick by Ivory, said announcer number 2. Ivory stands up, then bounces Obsession off of the ropes. Obsession reverses it, then bends over. Ivory kicks Obsession's chest. Obsession groans, then stands up. Ivory runs at Obsession. Obsession does a back elbow onto Ivory. Ivory groans, then goes into the ropes. Obsession runs at Ivory. Ivory pulls down the top rope. Obsession goes over the top rope, then lands onto the ledge of the ring. Obsession is hanging on, said announcer number 1. Obsession is almost gone. Just keep punching her. Ivory, said announcer number 2. Ivory punches Obsession. Obsession is swaying on the ledge of the ring. Ivory continuously punches Obsession. Obsession continuously swaying on the ledge of the ring, then shoulder blocks Ivory's stomach. Ivory groans. Obsession sets Ivory up for a suplex, then lifts her up. Ivory is squirming, then lands onto her feet inside of the ring. Obsession punches Ivory's left side, then lifts her again. Ivory is squirming again, then lands onto the ledge of the ring. They both need to be careful. One false move, and they're eliminated, said announcer number 1. Both Ivory and Obsession are punching each other. Obsession goes to punch Ivory. Ivory ducks. Obsession spins around. Ivory grabs Obsession's shoulders, jumps up, then goes for a backstabber. Obsession holds onto the top rope. Ivory lands onto the ledge of the ring, groans, then holds onto the bottom rope. Obsession turns around, picks Ivory up, sets her up, then does a suplex onto the ledge of the ring. Both Ivory and Obsession are groaning, then fall onto the floor. Beldings. Here's your winner, said announcer number 3. Referee number 1 raises Obsession's left arm. Ivory hit first. Obsession is the winner, said referee number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Obsession, said announce number 3. Obsession. Is groaning then stands up. Congratulations to Obsession. She will meet Willow for the ladies' championship, said announcer number 1. That match could have gone either way, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall, and is a one-on-one match, where the first person to throw their opponent over the top rope wins. Introducing the challengers, Perfection, and his opponent, the Tormentor, said announce number 3. Bell dings. Perfection runs at the Tormentor then starts punching him. The Tormentor is groaning then pushes Perfection. Perfection falls onto the mat, stands up, runs at the Tormentor then starts punching him again. The Tormentor is groaning, then pushes Perfection again. Perfection falls onto the mat, stands up, then runs at the Tormentor a third time. The Tormentor chops Perfection's head. Perfection groans then holds his head. Man, that was a devastating chop, said announcer number 2. I think Perfection is out of it, said announcer number 1. The Tormentor picks Perfection up, then throws him over the top rope. Perfection lands onto the ledge of the ring then stands up. The Tormentor goes to chop Perfection. Perfection grabs the Tormentor's left arm then hangs it off the top rope. The Tormentor groans then holds his left arm. Perfection is fighting back, said announcer number 2. Perfection climbs up the turnbuckle then looks at the Tormentor. The Tormentor turns around. Perfection jumps off of the top turnbuckle. The Tormentor chops Perfection's chest. Perfection lands onto the mat then groans. Man, that was a loud chop, said announcer number 1. The Tormentor picks Perfection up then throws him over the top rope. Perfection is holding onto the top rope then pulling himself up onto the ledge of the ring. The Tormentor looks at Perfection then goes to boot him. Perfection moves. The Tormentor's right leg gets caught onto the top rope. Perfection grabs the Tormentor's right leg, then hangs it off the top rope. The Tormentor groans, then falls onto his knees. Perfection goes through the middle rope, runs, bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then does a knee lift onto the Tormentor. The Tormentor falls onto the mat. Now get him over the top rope, Perfection, said announce number 2. Perfection tries picking the Tormentor up, then leaning him against the ropes. The Tormentor is groaning then pushes Perfection with his legs. Perfection falls onto the mat, stands up, then runs at the Tormentor. The Tormentor chops Perfection's head. Perfection falls onto the mat. Another chop to Perfection's head, said announcer number 1. The Tormentor picks Perfection up, then throws him over the top rope. Perfection lands onto the floor. Bell dings. Here's your winner, the Tormentor, said announcer number 3. Price, you better look out, because that man is coming for your title, said announcer number 1. The Tormentor goes through the middle rope then walks up the ramp. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall, is a 6-man battle royale, and a number 1 contenders match for the U.S. Continental Championship. Introducing the challengers: the Bodyguard, Hercules, the Hyena, Thumps, King, and Wrath Hog, said announce number 3. Bell dings. All 6 are attacking each other. Wrath Hog is kicking King. King is sliding down the corner. Wrath Hog puts his boot next to King's face then rakes it. King groans. Wrath Hog is punching King. The Hyena bounces Thump off of the ropes then clotheslines him. Thump groans. The Hyena grabs Thump then picks him up. Thump moves the Hyena's arms, jumps up then does kick to the left side of his head. The Hyena falls onto the mat then groans. Thump picks the hyena up. The hyena moves Thump's arm, then does a throat thrust onto him. Thump gasps, then falls to his knees. The hyena picks Thump up, then throws him over the top rope. Thump lands onto the ledge of the ring. The hyena looks at Thump, then runs at him. Thump hits the hyena with a forearm. The hyena staggers. Thump jumps up. The hyena quickly boots Thump. Thump lands onto the ledge of the ring, then holds onto the middle rope. The hyena leg is hung up on the top rope, then tries to unstick it. Wrathhog looks at the hyena, runs, then lifts his leftover leg over the top rope. The hyena lands onto the floor. The hyena's eliminated, said announcer. Number 1. Wrathhog is laughing, then turns around. King's scepter hits Wrathhog's head. Wrathhog falls onto the mat, then groans. Hercules looks at King. King swings his scepter. The scepter hits Hercules' stomach. Hercules groans, then bends over. King swings the scepter again. The scepter hits Hercules' back. The bodyguard approaches King. King swings the scepter. The scepter hits the bodyguard's head. The bodyguard falls into the corner. King's taken over, said announcer number 2. King raises the scepter, then looks at Thump. Thump is slowly standing onto the ledge of the ring. King runs at Thump, then swings the scepter. Thump ducks, holds onto the top rope, jumps up, then kicks King's head. King groans, then drops the scepter. The scepter lands onto the floor. Thump jumps up, then does a springboard crossbody onto King. King groans, then rolls towards the ropes. Thump stands up. Wrathhog turns Thump around. Thump jumps up, then kicks the left side of Wrathhog's head. Wrathhog falls onto the mat. King slowly pulls himself up with the ropes, then turns around. Thump runs at King, then clotheslines him over the top rope. King lands onto the floor. The king has been dethroned, said announcer number 1. Thump better watch out behind him, said announcer number 2. Thump turns around. The bodyguard grabs Thump by his throat, lifts him up, then chokeslams him. Thump groans. Wrathhog is slowly standing up, turns around, then sees the bodyguard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, we're friends, remember? We got onto Blood Rumble together. We take out the rest of these guys. Then it's just me and you. What do you say? Asked Wrathhog. Wrathhog is trying to negotiate, said announcer number 1. The bodyguard grabs Wrathhog by his throat, lifts him up, then chokeslams him. Wrathhog groans. I don't negotiate, said the bodyguard, turning around. Hercules lifts the bodyguard in his arms. Oh my God, said announcer number 2. Hercules walks towards the ropes. Could her eliminate bodyguard? Asked announcer number 1. Hercules gets to the ropes, then dumps the bodyguard over the top rope. The bodyguard lands onto the floor. The bodyguard's been eliminated, said announcer number 2. Hercules is leaning against the ropes. That must have taken a lot out of Hercules, said announcer number 1. Well, for how much the bodyguard weighs, I'm surprised he held him that long, said announcer number 2. But that was still impressive, said announcer number 1. Hercules is breathing heavily, then turns around. Wrathhog runs, then clotheslines Hercules over the top rope. Hercules lands onto the floor. And after all that work, Hercules is eliminated, said announcer number 2. We're down to 2, said announcer number 1. Wrathhog looks at Thump. Thump pulls himself up with the ropes. Wrathhog runs at Thump. Thump dropkicks Wrathhog. Wrathhog groans. Man, what a dropkick out of nowhere, said announcer number 2. Wrathhog grabs the ropes then pulls himself up with them. Thump quickly stands up. Wrathhog turns around. Thump dropkicks Wrathhog again. Wrathhog goes over the top rope then lands onto the floor. Beldings. Here's your winner. Thump, said announce number 3. Thump will face Drake for the US Continental Championship, said announce number 2. Congratulations to Thump. Hey, waiter. Second, said announcer number 1. Wrathhog slides into the ring. Thump turns around. Wrathhog kicks Thump's stomach then does a DDT onto him. That's what you get for eliminating me. I deserve that title, not you, said Wrathhog rolling outside of the ring. Well, at least Wrathhog ain't a sore loser, said announcer number 2. Well folks, we made it to the main event. 4 men will fight for a chance to meet Macho Monster for the Global Championship, said announce number 1. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall, is a number 1 contenders match for the Global Championship, and is a fatal 4-way battle royale. Introducing the challengers, Bombardment, Damon, Blade and Mr. Indestructible, said announcer number 3. Beldings. All 4 are attacking each other. Both Bombardment and Mr. Indestructible are punching each other. This is a fight I've always wanted to see, said announcer number 1. Bombardment goes to punch Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible ducks. Bombardment turns around. Mr. Indestructible lifts Bombardment, then slams him onto the mat. Bombardment groans. Talk about strength. Mr. Indestructible just slammed Bombardment. Damon hits Mr. Indestructible with a forearm. Mr. Indestructible falls onto the mast, then rolls outside the ring. Damon looks, sees Blade in the corner, runs at him then goes for a jumping corner clothesline. Blade moves. Damon goes face first into the corner then groans. Blade is kicking Damon's right side. Damon is groaning. Blade whips Damon into the opposite corner. Damon jumps onto the second rope then does a back elbow onto Blade. Blade groans. Cool jumping back elbow, said announcer number 2. Blade slowly stands up. Damon watches Blade slowly stand up, wraps his arms from behind, then slowly starts turning. Blade breaks the hold, grabs Damon from behind then throws him over the top rope. Damon is holding onto the top rope, pulls himself up onto the ledge of the ring then rolls back into it. Blade looks at Damon then goes to clothesline him. Damon ducks, runs, bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring then goes for a crossbody onto Blade. Blade catches Damon in his arms. Talk about strength, said announcer number 1. Blade lifts Damon onto his shoulders. Damon elbows Blade's head, then squirms. Blade walks backwards. Look out, Blade, said announcer number 2. Both Blade and Damon go over the top rope then land onto the floor. Both Blade and Damon just got eliminated. And we're down to 2, said announcer number 1. One of these 2 will meet Macho Monster for the global title, said announce number 2. Mr. Indestructible is slowly standing up outside of the ring. Bombardment approaches the ropes, sticks his head through the middle one then grabs Mr. Indestructible's hair. Mr. Indestructible slowly climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Bombardment is smiling. Mr. Indestructible hangs Bombardment off the top rope. Bombardment gasps. Mr. Indestructible rolls into the ring. Bombardment turns around next to the ropes. Mr. Indestructible runs then tries clotheslining Bombardment over the top rope. Bombardment is swaying on the top rope. Mr. Indestructible tries clotheslining Bombardment over the top rope. Again. Bombardment continues swaying on the top rope. Mr. Indestructible runs, then bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Bombardment clotheslines Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible groans. Bombardment has the momentum, said announcer number 1. Bombardment picks Mr. Indestructible up, kicks his stomach, then sets him up for a powerbomb. Here comes the double powerbombs, said announcer number 2. And quat, bombardment, and quat, said announce number 1. Bombardment lifts Mr. Indestructible up, then powerbombs him, holds onto him, then slowly lifts him up. It looks like Bombardment's having trouble, said announcer number 2. Bombardment fully lifts Mr. Indestructible, then walks backwards into the ropes. No, 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 said announcer number 1. Both Bombardment and Mr. Indestructible go over the top rope. Mr. Indestructible holds onto the ropes. Bombardment lands onto the floor, then groans. Bell dings. Here's your winner, Mr. Indestructible, said announcer number 3. Mr. Indestructible somehow held onto the ropes while using Bombardment's momentum, said announcer number 1. That's incredible. Especially how they both went over the top rope at the same time, said announcer number 2. Mr. Indestructible is standing in the ring. Congratulations to Mr. Indestructible. Music playing. He will meet this man at the next pay-per-view, said announce number 1. Macho Monster walks down the ramp, throws the title into the ring, climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then goes over the top rope. Mr. Indestructible is staring at Macho Monster. Macho Monster raises the title. I can't wait to see this match now, said announcer number 2. The office appears. The man walks into the office. Hey, you wanted to see me? Asked the man. Yes, man. Have you met my sister, Anne? Asked James. No, I haven't. What's this about? Asked the man. Well, you need an opponent for the next pay-per-view, said James. Yeah, and no matter who it is, I'll beat them. I'm talking about your show too. This title belongs to me, said the man. Well, I brought you here so you could meet this person. And you said, and quat, you'll beat him, and quat, right? Asked James. Yeah, I will, said the man. Anne is smiling. Come in, said Anne. The office door opens. All three look at the office door. The bull appears in the office doorway. Man, meet the first ever man's gauntlet battle. Royal winner. Bull, meet your challenger at the next pay-per-view. You two have a lot to catch up on. Come on, Anne, said James. Both Anne and James walk out of the office. The bull approaches the man. At the next pay-per-view. That title is mine, said the bull laughing, then walks away. Oh my God, the bull is challenging the man for the Galaxy Championship, said announce number 1. Plus all the other matches we're gonna have, said announcer number 2. That is gonna be a night, remember. Well folks, we want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye bye, said announcer number 2, waving. The end.